The market is looking a bit of a recovery. For the week, we are still struggling. We're going to go over the crypto market as a whole. What are some of the key things that I see? We're going to be looking at market sentiment, you guys. I'm going to mention something that a lot of people aren't seeing, that I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about on social media as a whole. And of course, you guys, we have to talk about what I'm seeing people make a mistake. You guys, we just had massive liquidation and I already see people making a lot of mistakes, right? Don't be one of those individuals that gets liquidated already. My goodness, you guys, there's some key levels in regards to Bitcoin that we have to watch out for, because there's potentially more liquidation in the market right now that's happening. Of course, we got to go over Mama Bitcoin's recovering pretty strong, you guys, but is this a potential fake out? And now we know that ETH also faced a major liquidation, but you guys, there has been over 1 billion of Ethereum that has just been bought by some whales. So is this an indication that we might see markets continue to run up even higher? And then we're going to go over ETH TA, exactly what are the key levels to look out for Ethereum as a whole, potential levels of entry, potential level of take profit if you're in this for the long term, and if you're also in this for the short term, right? And we're going to look at XRP. XRP is making moves in Thailand. They are talking about potential $4 XRP. Can we see that happen? Will Thailand be the country to help XRP hit those price targets? And then we're going to go over the XRP TA, looking at where we can see potential price move, because it is at a key level. XRP being below $3, you guys, we want to see it get above there. And is that realistic level? All right, so we're going to deep dive into all of this. First things first, we're going to look at how the market is moving as a whole. You guys, if you have questions, drop your questions in the comment. I will go over it. I will read it. I will answer it, because during this time, I want everybody to level up to make more money in crypto. Get that crypto wallet big, fat, and juicy. Okay. All right. So first things first, let me switch over right here so I can see everybody's comments, what everybody is telling me. Just bear with me for a moment, you guys. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. That's situated. Everything is good. Good morning, Jock. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Jesus. Or Jesus. I don't know. Maybe you're Hispanic. Good morning, Jesus. Jesus. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good day, my brother. I like the money emoji that you just dropped, right? With the money face. That's the attitude to have, because there's a lot of money to be made. Veronica. Oh, your name's Veronica. Well, welcome, Veronica. Welcome. Oh, because it's okay. Veronica, I see that. I see that now. I see that, Veronica. I'll lock that down, so next time I see you, I know to say Veronica. All right, so you guys, starting off, boom, the crypto market is looking beautiful. The crypto market is looking beautiful as a whole, you guys. We're seeing the market finally recover. The market is taking a bounce, and we spoke a little bit about this last week too. Sorry, yesterday. I said, hey, when we start seeing the crypto market dip down aggressively, get ready within the next day or the next 2 days. We're going to see the market now bounce and start moving towards the upside. And that's exactly what the market is doing right now. We're seeing prices bounce and they're starting to move towards the upside. If we click here, you guys, and we start seeing within the past 24 hours, we're seeing a lot of green, right? We're seeing a lot of green. Aster still crushing it, right? Over 30%. We have IMX coming back from the dead. Oh my goodness, the gaming crypto IMX making its way back, 11% pump, right? We're seeing Flare, 4.5% pump. We're seeing Pump Fund being up over 5%. I don't know if anyone bought Pump Fund, but Pump Fund it's been doing really good. Like, I'm impressed with how well it's been doing. Quant finally making some noise, up almost 7%. So I'm happy. Love IMX. Yes. IMX did really well in the last bull market, right? Like, IMX. Okay, so for those of you who aren't familiar with IMX, you have to realize IMX is built on the Ethereum ecosystem. It's a layer 2 built on ETH, and it's a gaming coin. I think overall, gaming did really, really well in the last bull market. In this bull market, they've been struggling a little bit, right? They've been struggling a little bit. AVAX. How's AVAX been doing? We'll look at AVAX. We'll definitely look at AVAX. If you guys want to look at that, no problem. I'm doing good, Dennis. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Fear and greed's at 39. Very nice. It is. The fear and greed went down a little bit. The fear and greed went down. It's at 39. And I love when the fear and greed, side note for everyone who's kind of new to the world of investing and trading, when you start seeing the fear and greed start creeping towards that orange, that red, typically those are the levels that you want to accumulate at. Like if you're brand new to investing and trading and you're like, I don't know when to buy, I don't know when to sell. You guys, looking at just the fear and greed, when you start seeing in the deep orange, like this is more of the beginning orange, in that deep orange, you start seeing in that deep red, rule of thumb is typically a good time, to buy a little bit more. Buy a little bit more. All Nation said good morning, bro. Good morning, sis. Hope you're doing good. How are your kids doing and your wife? Oh, geez. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate that. They're doing well. They're doing well. For those who don't know, my wife recently gave birth. She's doing really well. Recovery is doing well. So I'm happy. We got Vitalik's cousin in the chat. Mooney3. What's your name? What's your real name? You got Mooney3 content. We got Steven. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Steve. Thank you. I remember you said that yesterday. You said you're Vitalik's cousin. So give us Vitalik cousin. Give a Mooney. What's your real name? Your real name is Mooney? Like that's your actual name? Mooney? Really? That's a cool name. My name is Naicke. No, your name isn't Mooney. Your name is not Mooney. Okay, thank you for all the likes that are coming in this morning, you guys. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Mooney just gave me the heart. Mooney, thank you, Mooney. Mooney content. What do? You provide content for people? So you do like social media management? Give you a shout out. Oh, it is. That's a cool stinking name. Bro, your name is Mooney and you're in the space of crypto. I hope you crush it and you achieve all your crypto goals. Like your name is Mooney, Crypto Moon. Like, come on. I feel like it's made to be, you're meant to be a multimillionaire. Your name is Mooney and you're the face of crypto. I appreciate that. Steve showed love. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Mooney is cool and informative. Yeah, it is. It's a cool name. It's a cool name. All right, you guys, let's keep going with crypto. Thank you for the diamond, you guys. Thank you for the love. All right, so let's keep going. All right, you guys, when I look at the crypto market as a whole, a lot of people are like, oh no, right? Bitcoin crashed. Here's the thing. We're actually overperforming, right? Like the crypto market is doing so stinking good. We are overperforming. We're still crushing it. And what I mean by that is, and I spoke a little bit about this yesterday, and I just really want everyone to get to see this and just know. For the month of September, my head is covering the way, right? My head's covering the way. You guys can't see that well, so I'm gonna push my head down a little bit. I'm gonna push my head. Where you got? Okay, we can see September well now. For the month of September, overall, we should be down -%. So we're outperforming the month of September by over 100%, right? Over by 200%. We're outperforming the month of September by over 200%. Are you guys taking that in? People are like, oh, the crypto market's over. Look at all this liquidation. Let's just look. On average, we do negative 3.6. If we were at negative 3.6, for us to be at 0%, we would have to do 100% of this. So that's why I said we're overperforming by 100%. Now, if you add another 100%, that would have taken us to another 3, we're over 3%, right? So we're not doing 3%, and that's 200%. We're doing 4%, right? So we're outperforming market's historical performance by over 200%. The crypto market is popping. It's doing absolutely amazing. And that is why I'm saying that we are so bullish right now. And there are more bullish times to come. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. Now, we know that there was a massive liquidation. And this is a mistake that I see a lot of people making. And I just want to drop this so that no one makes the same mistake twice. You guys, here we can see just in the past day, there has been so many people who have taken 100x leverage, right? Big Now, there's nothing wrong with taking 100x leverage, but it depends on what price you take the 100x leverage, right? That's what matters, right? What price you take it at. Now, if I scroll down, I can see this, all right? So it's a little bit even. So when it's a little bit even when it comes to making money in crypto within the short term, when it's even, it's hard to tell where prices are going to lean towards, whether it's going to lean towards prices moving up or it's going to lean towards prices moving down. We're not really sure. Now, when I scroll down on other exchanges like BitMEX, we can on Bitcoin, it's fairly tight. Like you can maybe make the debate, oh, well, people are expecting prices to go down a little bit more. But this is what I find very, very interesting is that right above us, we have a liquidation level. Right above us, there's a key liquidation level around the $113,000 price range for Bitcoin. So that means, oh, geez, thank you, little bit for all the love that you're showing. I see that right now. See that all that right now, all the hearts that you're giving me. Thank you for all the likes. I appreciate the love, you guys. I appreciate that very much. All right, so right now we're seeing that there's a slight liquidation right above Bitcoin, right? And that's one of the biggest mistakes people make is that they revenge trading. If you want to make money in crypto consistently, you guys, and I learned this the hard way back in the days when I was new to crypto. Do not revenge trade, right? I know it's you, EU. Someone said, I know it's you, EU. Someone from TikTok. It's from YouTube. I'm also live on YouTube here. What are you saying, YouTube gang? CC said what? I know it's you, EU. I don't really understand what you mean. Okay. So this is a good thing, right? I'll say this. So everyone who's taking leverage on Bitcoin right now, who's expecting prices to go down, right? Little bit. Thank you for the love. We are in a place right now where prices are showing us that it's probably going to spike towards the upside, right? Prices are probably going to spike towards the upside, and we're going to break that down in more detail right here. So let's take a second and we're going to do TA on Bitcoin, and then we're going to kind of do TA on multiple different crypto projects as a whole. You guys, we saw Bitcoin do this massive downwards move where prices just down. So let me draw this real quickly. Okay, so in the past few days, we saw markets do this massive pump towards the upside, right? We're all happy, prices, we're all making money, fat crypto wallet, let's go. And then after that, drop, boom, massive drop. But what I do like about this, and I spoke a little bit about this yesterday, is that we've been able to hold really well, right? Bitcoin has been able to hold the $111,000 price range, right? You guys can see that we're at 112 right now, really well, and we're making our way down toward the upside. So I just want everyone to be aware of what I see, what is most likely going to happen. What I see is most likely going to happen is we're now going to see prices do this. Boom, 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 boom. Prices are going to consolidate. Now, during the consolidation, right, a few things are going to happen. Number one, we're going to start seeing a lot of small macro cap crypto projects start to pump, and do extremely well, right? I think in my community, there's one crypto project that I recently told everybody about where I'm like, oh, this crypto project is looking solid. STBL, right? STBL is making moves, you guys. STBL is making moves. Look at that. Just in the past 7 days, right, is doing extremely well. Why is it pumping so much? Well, because one of the biggest hedge fund holders just minted Frank, what's his name? Frank Templeton. How do you pronounce that? Templeton, right? Has joined them with $100 million mint. $100 million mint, you guys. That's not a small amount in the world of crypto, especially when you have such a small market cap for a crypto. Like, look at that. That's almost 50%, right? But you guys, don't buy the hype, buy during retracement. All right. So during this consolidation time, I think two things are going to happen. Number one, we are going to see a lot of small cap crypto projects start to pump and do really well. We're going to see that. And then number two, it's going to set us up for an explosive move towards the upside. Right now, we're already near the end of September. I think the real crazy move is going to happen in October. Why is it going to happen in October? Well, because number one, October is when all the ETFs are going to get approved. Right now, we have the Ethereum ETF. We know that's going to get approved. BlackRock wants it approved. It's going to get approved. Whatever BlackRock wants, they end up getting. Out of all the ETF they've ever submitted, I remember researching it, only once have they ever had an ETF get rejected. For the past, I don't know how many ETFs they've submitted, maybe 14 ETFs, something along that line. Don't quote me on the number, but only one has ever been rejected. Now they're submitting Ethereum ETF. After they submit the Ethereum ETF, we also have the XRP ETF. We have the Doge ETF. We have the DOT ETF. We have the SUI ETF. I don't think the SUI ETF is going to get approved, right? Well, I'll say that now. But we have multiple ETFs going to get approved. Even if the ETFs don't necessarily cause the price of crypto to skyrocket and start pumping like crazy, the fact that we are just going to open up our phone, we're going to hop on our computer, and we are going to see this ETF got approved, pump, 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 is going to make the market pump. Like just hearing that news, the ETF got approved, is going to make the market pump even sooner. So now let's do TA on BTC in more detail. When BTC makes its move towards the upside, right now, everything is looking bullish in regards to key indicators, right? Right here, we hit a good level of support, right? Towards that 111K price range. Now we're set up to consolidate. And like I said, the longer we consolidate, the more the explosive move is going to be towards the upside or downside. When prices run towards the upside, I expect for us to run up towards 114K. And then we're going to see a little bit of a pullback. So probably something like this, right? Consolidate, maybe an explosion, and then possible consolidation before we start moving back towards the higher price range. Ideally, what I want to see is I want to see Bitcoin above this price. I want to see Bitcoin above 117,000. If I see Bitcoin 117,000, I'm hyped. I'm excited. I'm loving it. Why? Because now we're actually positioned ourselves to do what? To now hit a new all-time high. And then we're going to see our other cryptos pump even more. So that's my one thing. We have to see Bitcoin get across that 117,000. 118,000. BTC has to pay past 118,000. While it's below 118,000, I'm going to be very cautious. Right? I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to be watching the market really, really closely. But until it gets above that, then it's like, And once it does get above this price range, right? Once it gets above this price range, then that's when I'm going to start looking at my alts to really start taking a little bit of profit off my alts in the month of October and November. So we're going to see how things play out. And side note, I just want to say that I do think we're in a super cycle. And the reason why I say I think we're in a not happening in September. Well, like I said, October, right? Like I said, October is the month to look out for. So next week is a very data week. We have multiple data coming out, and that data is probably going to come out negative. And when that data comes out negative, then we're going to see prices go down. So seeing Bitcoin get above 118K, that's what I really want to see, because then that sets us up to reach a new all-time high. And then that's when we're going to look to take profit. So I'm expecting October to be really good, and we'll see how November plays out, right? So good thing is we have data, historical data, and performance on our side. So we're going to see. I don't understand this chart. That's why I'm explaining it. That's why I'm explaining it to you, bro. I'm explaining it. So I'll break it down again. Prices dropped down towards 111K. We ran back up. I don't think prices are going to explode back up because this is a micro level of resistance. How do we know that? Because when prices broke towards the upside right here, prices came down. It means I'm not being a good teacher. It means I got to change some things around. But if you guys do get it, let me know. All right? Let me know, chat. Let me know. You guys getting it? You guys don't get it? Like, it makes sense? Let me know, you guys. You guys do get it? No one, geez, chat. No one in the chat's not saying nothing. You guys are quiet. It's like, either I'm super boring, or everyone's getting ready to go to work, dropping off their kids at school. What's up? Nothing too much, man. Nothing too much. Andro gone global. Nothing too much. All right. Next crypto we are going to look at is Ethereum. All right, you guys, should you be buying ETH? Listening and getting ready for work. All right. All right, little bit. Thank you. Thank you, little bit. Thank you so much. I'm just like, what's going on? Thank you, little bit. Jeez, that's why I love you. Communication. There's no such thing as over communication. I'd rather have over communication than under communication. Thank you, little bit. Same, heading to work. All right. Listening to a podcast. Listening like a podcast. Oh, you're listening like a podcast. Okay, Mooney. Okay, got it. All right, thank you, guys. I appreciate that. All right, so here's the thing with Ethereum. Ethereum had a massive crash, right? When prices went down a few days ago, I appreciate you too, Mooney. When prices went down a few days ago, we have to realize that was the biggest liquidation in the history of crypto, right? So when they say Ethereum faces the biggest liquidation, right, since 2021, right, that's huge. Sorry, it was the biggest liquidation, either the biggest liquidation in crypto history or the biggest liquidation since 2021, right? So I don't recall which one, right? Ethereum faced large liquidation, right? Because a lot of people were trading on leverage. And when people trade on leverage and prices crash, guess what? You lose all your money. That's why when I say, you guys, there's a way to overcome not getting liquidated. Like I think there's a few strategies that I personally use, right? And I share with everybody in the community of how I did it. But we won't go into that today. If you guys do, let me know and I'll drop that video talking about how I avoid getting liquidated. First of all, thank you for all the likes that are coming in right now, you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the likes you guys are giving right now. So thank you. Now, ETH. This is the good thing about ETH, right? Ethereum might have dropped 20%, you guys, but the whales just bought $1 billion worth of Ethereum. A B, you guys, not 1 million, not 100 million, $1 billion of Ethereum was just bought, and it is reflecting in the price action. Now, we know that Ethereum's ETF went down. Every time we see massive crash, we obviously have an alpha of the ETF of 76 million, right? We know BlackRock's ETF went down, and this is a little bit manipulating when it says BlackRock sells 151 million. We have to keep in mind, big ETH. Yo, shout out to Big E. Mooney, I know you love your Ethereum, huh? I remember that. I know you love your Ethereum. Right? When it says BlackRock sells 151 ETH, it's a little bit manipulative, and I just want to really clarify this. It's not BlackRock themselves selling ETH, it's the ETF, right? Outflow. So it's people selling their ETH. You have to think BlackRock is an institution, right? These institutions, when they go to buy crypto, they're not going to buy it for 1 week. When you hear, oh, BlackRock accumulated another $50 million worth of Ethereum, they're not going to sell Ethereum 1 week later or 2 weeks later. They'll be like, oh, prices are dropping. Let's get rid of all of our Ethereum. That's retail traders. So when you hear that institution is buying large amounts, they're going to buy it for a long time, for an extended period of time. So just be really aware. Like, don't get tricked by some of these articles that be like, BlackRock sells 151 Ethereum, right? Like, no, like they're not like, it's not BlackRock themselves selling. Now, here is the thing is when you do look at this, look at that sell off. So we saw the sell off happening, but we saw massive. Where was it? Where is the accumulation? Where was the accumulation? Incentivized to buy ETH and hold ETH, right? So in the world, in our traditional finance, you have like $10,000 you have in your savings account. And at the end of the year, you end up making what, like $1, right? But with staking ETF, what that means is that all these institutions now are able to hold their Ethereum, and they'll make money from Ethereum off to work. All right, little bit. Have a good one. Number one, thank you, Crypto Badass. Crypto Press. All right, so number one, all these institutions now
right? And when I say institutions, not just it, I'm talking about grandma and grandpa, right? Who have 100K, 200K, 300K, 400K. I'm talking about Wall Street because they're greedy. They want all their money. They want as much money as possible. Now they're going to be able to buy Ethereum and they're making money just from holding their Ethereum. So that's number one. Now, number two, right? They're going to make money on top of the Ethereum that they're holding. So double compound. So you're making money from holding Ethereum. But holding Ethereum, you get back more Ethereum. You have more Ethereum. You add it up to your original Ethereum. So now your payout for Ethereum increases. And as Ethereum goes up, you're making even more money. So I'm like, that's insane. So I think when they implement this, they're also going to implement a Solana ETF that's going to get approved. That's already in the works. And then they're going to implement a Solana staking ETF. So shout out to Sol. I think Sol has massive potential. And I think even though we saw Solana already hit its all-time high, which was around close to that $300 price range, right? It hit 235. I think we're going to, sorry, not close to that, a little bit above the $200 price range. I think we're going to see Sol run up even higher. Its current all-time high for Solana right now, where does it sit at? It sits at, sorry, no, all-time high, yeah. It sits at 294. So I'm really interested to see how the Solana ETF goes. You guys, I bought Solana when it was really, really, really cheap. What's the best place to stake Ethereum? What country do you live in? Right? It depends on what country you live in, whether you're going to put your Ethereum on an exchange and you want to stake it. There's a lot. Pretty much every cryptocurrency. Oh, you live in the US? So pretty much, so in the US, so you can check out Kraken. You can check out Kraken. If you live in the US, you can check out Kraken. One thing I will say about staking, you guys, as much as I like staking, which is great, right? You're making money on your money. One thing I will say is, I typically will not take all my crypto. I will not take all my crypto and stake it all on one crypto exchange, right? So for example, you can stake on Binance, you can stake on Kraken, you can stake on BitUnix, you can stake on Unix. You can pretty much stake on every platform, right? Every platform will allow you to stake your Ethereum. But I will not take, so let's say I have $10,000 invested in Ethereum, 20,000, 50,000, even if I just have $2,000, whatever amount you have, don't take all of it and stake it all on one platform, right? Don't take all of it, stake it all on one wallet. Like, don't put it all in one place. Divide it. And the reason why you want to do that is because you just want to protect your money in case something happens, right? So in case something happens here, well, your money's distributed in other places. So you lose a little bit there, but you still have the rest there. So that's just something I've learned. And we've seen that happen with a lot of changes. With FTX, right? We saw how a lot of people lost money. A lot of crypto exchanges filed for bankruptcy during bear market times, not during bull market, but just get in that habit of diversifying your money. Trust me. You're welcome. You're welcome. Zombie then. Welcome, Zombie. What about Ethereum wallet hacks that's been happening? Yeah, that's why I say you gotta diversify, right? Diversify your money. I stake my USDT on, stake your USDT, like that's smart, right? If you have crypto and you know you're gonna hold it for an
How is ETH looking? ETH is at a